My name is Neoshi Hypno. I am a clinical and transpersonal hypnotherapist. I have been doing this work for over 5 years now. I've worked with everybody, everywhere, the homeless, to nurses, lawyers, therapists, professionals, multi-millionaire CEOs, celebrities, actors, singers, people you probably watch on Netflix and whatnot every day, in every continent that you can think of. I have clients there. This is not something that I do for fun, although I do enjoy it. I am doing God's work and helping those who are looking for assistance with, who are on their journey. In this group regression today, we'll be visiting two past lives, the life in between lives, and 5, 10, and 20 years into your future. Now that you've experienced those past lives, you now have more of an understanding of how those lives are affecting you today. You now know what you need to do. Welcome back. Who wants to share first?
So one of the lives, I was a mother. It gave like Egyptian vibes. I was a younger mother though. I wasn't that old. I feel like I was probably like 25 or under. I was running from something, so I want to say something because when I ran away, I was covering my children's ears and I put them in like a cart and I kind of like pushed them down into a dark space. And like I imploded like the entrance to wherever I took my children to. I also saw myself returning back somewhere with my kids and feeling like I couldn't make it on my own, like I couldn't do it alone. And my husband killed me, and he basically kicked me off of the throne. It seemed like he when I came back, he invited me up. It was to a higher place, like I climbed stairs to get to him, and he like slashed my throat and kicked me away, and it was in front of people. It was a lot of people there. And when I finished rolling down the stairs, the only thing I could see was my children. I was kind of reaching for them. And I could see them crying like they were upset. And whoever participated in mummifying me, I could hear them apologizing. So I'm not sure if they told where I was or told my plan, or I don't know, but it was a female and she was apologizing while they were wrapping my body. The one after that, I was a male and I was getting dressed and I like kind of ran my fingers through my hair. I don't think I was a white man though. My skin was dark, but not super dark. So I'm not sure, but I was putting my hat on. I could see I had on like a suit and like dressier shoes. It seemed like I was like the sheriff of this place because I had my feet kicked up and I was in an office kind of space. I went to an event and it was a woman there and she was beautiful. She had on like a yellow gown. And I remember feeling stressed and I remember helping her in some kind of way. Like that event, she wasn't there for long. Somebody actually came towards me like, you shouldn't be talking to her. You know better, da da da. And she leaves in the middle of it all. But I feel like we had like a relationship. And then eventually I am hung. And I remember seeing her in the crowd. But it's like she was trying to hide herself. Like she was there, but she wasn't there. And it seemed like I was upset that she didn't help me in the way that I helped her. So I'm not sure what she was doing or what I was saving her from, but I definitely saved her life by giving up mine. It's like she didn't care. She kind of just watched from a distance. I'm getting sad now. She just watched from a distance. She didn't care.
Bear with me. I'm a little emotional wreck over here. In my first life, I was Nefertiti, an Egyptian goddess. And there was a war that was going on in Egypt that I was pretty much the empress, and I was trying to control it, control my people. Eventually, at the end, we were defeated. I ended up dying in the war. However, I ended up having to send my child away at nighttime.
I saw myself as a white man, like a fat white man, and I was in this building, and it was just like he just felt sad. I was like feeling sad. Oh, I guess it was me. It was me, but I was feeling sad. I was feeling confused, and it seemed like I was in a hospital. And then as I was going through that, I went into a room and I noticed that I had a wife and we lost the baby. And so that's why we were sad. And from that point on, it was just, I started to feel like uneasiness in my body. Like the whole time I just wasn't wondering why, if it was me being sick as him or just, just the sadness of losing a baby. The next life, I was like, it seemed like I was like, I don't know, this seemed so outlandish, but I was like in the sky and I was coming down into this like forest, and I was like a tribal woman, like an indigenous, I think it's like the indigenous Brazilian. I was a younger woman, probably around maybe 20 years old. And I did have a child, and I did remember I had a husband. And from that point on, just that kind of faded out as well. And then from that point on, I was like even younger Black woman. And it seemed like it was like in the like slavery times. But I was just looking forward and it was like I was like looking at myself,